For those who have to travel, there's a lot to contend with nowadays. These passengers have all landed at Germany's busiest airport, Frankfurt, from countries considered high risk. That's most of the world outside of Europe. But before they're allowed to enter Germany, they have to receive a compulsory COVID-19 test. After a long journey, it's not very nice at all. But travellers have praised the efficient testing system.
We have not waited very long. We just came directly and they asked us to come and join this queue. It's very easy, so it will be very helpful for others, I think so.
I had to register for the test over the internet using my mobile phone. It was all relatively easy and quick. The tests are free, and those who refuse them face hefty fines. Germany has been praised for its response to COVID-19, but the crisis isn't over. New infections are on the rise again, and authorities are worried that arrivals from abroad could make the problem worse.
Up until now, here in Frankfurt, the number of positive tests has been relatively small. Around about 1% of the around about 2,000 people tested here per day have turned out to be positive. This number is expected to rise now as compulsory testing has been introduced for people traveling to Germany from high-risk countries.
Let's speak more now with our correspondent Konrad Bussen, who's at the Frankfurt airport. Konrad, it's been a long time in the works getting this to become a requirement. Now we're here. What's it been like for people arriving at airports today?
I have to say, William, things here at the Frankfurt airport in terms of compulsory testing went pretty smoothly. Most passengers are very calm, understanding and cooperative, which also has to do with the great amount of helping hands that have been put in place here. Some soldiers of the German army, for example, also volunteers from the German Red Cross. They help the passengers, give them advice, information and guide them through this testing procedure.
So let's get into that procedure. What exactly are travelers facing when they come into Germany?
When you sit on a plane traveling to Germany, you will be given a passenger locator card that you have to fill out. It contains information about your own health, but also what kind of potential contact you had in the country you're traveling from. This card will be collected, and it's the base of the data that the health authorities have in order to know who must be tested, who must be getting into quarantine. When you arrive in Germany, you don't have to go to the center here at the airport. You can also go home first and then have yourself tested at your general practitioner's practice or also in some of the other testing centers that are put in place in Germany.
So you're at the Frankfurt airport. Airports are, of course, they're just one way to come into a country. What about people coming over land by train, bus, car? How does that work?
Well, more centers are being installed in Germany, not only at the airports, also at central railway stations, at the ports, of course, and also on the German autobahns, at some of the large rest stops or service areas. Their centers are being installed, or they will be installed, and this is where you can get tested.
All right, Konrad Bussen is with us from Frankfurt Airport. Thanks very much. Let's take a look at some of the latest developments in the coronavirus pandemic. Paris authorities say wearing a mask outdoors in certain busy areas will be compulsory in the city and the wider region beginning on Monday. That's after around 400 people a day were testing positive there. In Brazil, it's expected to hit 100,000 deaths on Saturday. The world's second worst hit country is allowing shops and restaurants to reopen, even though the pandemic has yet to peak. Germany has issued a travel warning for parts of Bulgaria and Romania because of spikes in cases there. The two southern European countries so far have had relatively low numbers of infections.